Secretary is usually a woman of many words, but Jen Psaki was left speechless after being asked about the president's biggest foreign policy achievement so far. Watch this.
What does the administration consider your biggest achievement in foreign policy in this first year? And also, what lessons have you learned from what is arguably the biggest failure, which is Afghanistan?
This is a great question. I want to be thoughtful about it. I want to talk to the president about it, and I'm happy to do that.
And she moved right along. Marine veteran and Medal of Honor recipient, Fox News contributor Dakota Meyer here to weigh in. So Dakota, sounds like she said that she's going to circle back with the president on this one. What do you make of her response?
Look, I think well, first off, I'm surprised and happy to see that someone can finally shut Psaki down, right? I think it's telling, right? There's not really, look, even as his press secretary, I'm sure it's really tough for her to find one of his accomplishments in this area.
Yeah, and President Biden says that he is a foreign policy expert. So when you have trouble answering that question, there's something wrong there. I want to get to this because the Air Force just removed 27 personnel for not being vaccinated. This is the U.S. military's first dismissal of those people who did not get the shot. Jen Psaki was also asked about this yesterday. Listen here.
Does the president have any comment on the first group of service members who've been discharged for refusing to get the COVID vaccine?
So I know I'd, of course, refer you overall to the Department of Defense. My understanding is that 99% of the Air Force is in compliance.
Yeah, so Dakota, your thoughts on this? Now soldiers are actually losing their jobs for not getting vaccinated. Yeah,
look, it's just absolutely incredible, right? The first thing I want to point out is we make religious exemptions. The military, because I keep hearing, well, it's in the military, you have to do this. Look, the military has been making religious exemptions for so many different things that make no sense as far as whether it's dress wear, whether it's, there's just so many exemptions that they've made for people who have religious beliefs or whatever it is. I think this should be another one, right? If they have religious belief, they should do this. But I want to point out this, is our military is the healthiest of our population. Yeah. They're screened before they're brought in. They're the healthiest of the population. They're the least at risk, right? And I just don't understand, why are we turning away men and women who have raised their right hand to go out and defend the freedoms of the United States of America, especially in a time like we have right now? I don't think that this is smart. I don't think that this is a good move. And I think it's just it just shows you that the priorities of this administration are not to protect this country, but it's to push their agenda.
And each branch of the military has a different deadline to get vaccinated, and all in, about 40,000 members of the military could get kicked out for refusing to get vaccinated. 40,000 sounds like a massive number to me. If that happens, what happens to the safety of the homeland?
Yeah, look, 40,000 is a large number that we're going to be pushing away for something like this. I just think that it's just, again, I go back to, the agenda of this administration is to push their policy at whatever cost it is, even if it's at the cost of putting America at risk across the globe.
Dakota, Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin, he says that he expects 100% vaccine compliance, and he called the COVID vaccines mission critical and said that military members have been required to get vaccinated since the beginning of the military, even going back to George Washington. Does he have a point there?
Look, I think that going forward, he has a point, absolutely. I don't know how that this is pushing as far as putting our military at a better standard. Look, I got so many vaccinations while I was in, as far as anthrax and things like that. Obviously, I think that might have been a risk, but here's what I will say is the vaccinations that I was getting like that was only before I deployed. I wasn't getting vaccinations or I wasn't getting those types of vaccinations that were added on if I wasn't going to be deployable or needing to deploy to other countries where those threats were, right? So I don't understand where this is at. I get it on one side of it that, you know, going forward, if they're going to require for men and women to have the vaccine, they have to know that before they enter in the military. But I don't think that this is something that they could not at least give a religious exemption for. We have exemptions all across the military.
Yeah. You know, Dakota, a major story our top story of the week, unfortunately, these deadly tornadoes that rocked Kentucky. You are from that state. Do you have any reflections on the tragedy that occurred on Friday?
Yeah, you know, it's absolutely terrible. You know, fortunately, my family, my father's still there. A lot of my family and friends are still there. Kentucky is my home state. It's so terrible to see all this go on, especially right before the holidays, right? I mean, anytime it's terrible, but right before the holidays, I think it's something that we all need to look around and squeeze our loved ones a little bit tighter. But I'll tell you this, Kentucky is the epitome of what America stands for. The people there are great. You know, I'm watching my family and friends, people I grew up with, they're all going out and helping their neighbor, taking care of their neighbor and help clean this thing up. And so, you know, look, Kentucky's down right now, but don't count them out. Kentucky will build back stronger than ever.
That's right. Kentucky residents, the best among us. Dakota, you being one of them. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
All right, you bet. Todd.
Hi, everyone. I'm Brian Kilmeade. I want you to do me a favor. I want you to click to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page. This is the only way that I know for sure that you're not going to miss any great commentary, any great news bites, any great interviews coming your way on Fox. You can get it all here on YouTube. So subscribe right now.